God.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak with Philip, please?
This is Philip.
Hey, Philip, my name is Mitch. I posted the ad online looking for a sex ed teacher, and you responded. How you doing tonight?
Good.
It's good. I know this is it's late on this side. I didn't know if this was a bad time. I've just been going through. I got a ridiculous amount of responses, so I'm just trying to filter some people out. If that makes any sense.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, I'm not. I just want to let you know I'm just an assistant here. I'm not like allowed to like really interview anybody, but they just told me to like, since it was through Craigslist, to kind of call some people up and just filter out the people that were legit, not legit, I guess.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
yeah, so I just wanted if you could just tell me a little bit about yourself and why you think this would be a nice little fit for you. The ad was supposed to say that some experience was required. Some people said that the ad said no experience required. I'm not sure if that was a typo or not, but yeah. So if you could just tell me a little bit about what you've done.
Was this the BOD one? Like it was like BOD or something?
This was the sexual education teacher position.
This is a what teacher?
Sex ed, sexual education.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, my BA's in psychology, and I had two human sexuality classes, a lower division one and an upper division one, and then I just went on and talked about my own personal experiences.
Gotcha.
I was in the Army, college. Yeah.
I like that. How you would incorporate some of your own personal experiences. Pretty much what happened. We've been looking to fill this position for about 6-7 months now, and now they're close to shutting down the program if I don't find somebody quickly. So they're kind of making me like stay on top of this. So if you could tell me like a little bit about like the last person we had pretty much quit because the kids. He claims the kids were pretty mean to him. I just don't know if you've had to deal with that type of situation and how you would handle that. I don't. The kids were saying that he was just a bad teacher, but how would you handle if like you're teaching and a kid's like, hey, shut up or something?
I've never had that happen.
Okay, that's great.
I've never had that happen. Was he like military strict on them or what?
The kids say he just wasn't entertaining or engaging. I guess engaging is the educational word. I like to say entertaining, but just because that sounds more fun. Try and make education fun. So he wasn't really that engaging with the students and just kind of like do this, do that, turn it in, learn this, learn that. I don't think he was comfortable teaching the material. I think it made him a little uncomfortable, which is ironic because the kids were probably very uncomfortable as well.
Yeah.
So how would you explain? Pretty much, I asked him before he quit what the hardest part of the curriculum was, and he said he was having a very hard time, not with the scientific definition, but with the real life definition of semen. That was his, and he said that's what set the kids off, and he was making fun of them. So just a quick question to you is like, how would you describe that to a group of students?
I'd probably say, it's laying his cum and, it's sperm, I mean, it's what comes out when a guy finishes. I'd probably use some slang,
Right, yeah. So
did he have pictures in the book or?
Yes, it is, but it was just the scientific definition. It's not, I like how you were saying, like, to kind of talk on their level using words like cum and sperm and stuff like that. And then how would you, I guess, engage the students with that type of stuff?
To make it entertaining, or
yes.
It depends on if I'd be allowed. Any time I would do something questionable, I try to get approval. I mean, I guess I could show a video, and it maybe,
are you saying like a real life, like adult type of video?
Yeah, or a sex ed one. I mean, either whatever I could find.
Gotcha. I mean, the videos we've been using are pretty outdated, and at this point, I mean, I would just say whatever you felt like doing, just kind of go for it. Because right now, we got nothing. So if you think the videos are outdated and you want to show like an updated 2014 definition of cum, you can be my guest.
Okay. Sounds good. Of course, to get, approval, I wouldn't just do a bunch of crazy stuff without getting approval, but,
Right, that makes sense. Now, would you, now another part which we the students didn't get to finish and the district feels is pretty important is the use of contraceptives and condoms and birth control and, self pleasure pretty much. And how would you discuss that? Because the students say that that's the most awkward part is talking about self pleasure and toys and all of that stuff. How would you go about making that entertaining?
I'd probably, I would bring some toys to class and maybe even have a video for it, and maybe
what type of like when you say toys, like what do you mean? I'm not too familiar with the stuff, but like what?
A vibrator and a dildo and all that. I'd probably just, I don't know what the budget is for the class, but stuff's not very expensive,
Gotcha. And I guess you would say...
Now we talk about, the history. Like, when I was a kid, I grew up in Oklahoma, and, it was pretty conservative back there, So, like, when I was a kid, it was like, if you masturbated, you were just doing something really wrong, the whole thing with the hairy palms and all that.
Right.
Talk about the history, and even, there's even, I'm not a Bible person, but there's even a thing about spilling a man's seed. He's not supposed to spill a seed and all that kind of bull. I could go into maybe some ancient beliefs about it or something, too, just to make it interesting.
So you're saying you would start with that, give the history, and end with, like, the modern, here's what people nowadays do type of thing.
Right.
Gotcha. Yep. I like that approach. The students are probably going to like that, too. Now, big problem we've been having, especially in this area, are a lot of teenage pregnancies. Before they even graduate, pregnant, having kids. How would you teach the kids? Not we don't want to say that is a bad thing, but we, as a district, feel that it's very, very bad when that happens. So how would you kind of, I guess, present that in a way where you could say it's like it's not a bad thing if you get pregnant, but it's way more awesome to wrap it up.
Wrap it up? What do you mean by wrap it up?
Like to use a condom, like safe sex.
Oh. No, I have Oklahoma is like, I think, number 2 in teen pregnancies. I swear, like I think I saw that recently. It's just really bad. I've got a girl who was, like my best friend. She was like going to be a virgin, right? And then she ended up, having sex at a party and got pregnant, and now she's got like 4 kids, 3 different fathers. But, she loves her kids. I could talk about that, but it's just kind of a hindrance to have kids early. I haven't had any kids.
Right.
I'm 42, but, I could just talk about the, pluses and minuses and not try to take a side. Usually when you take a side, it kind of turns people off,
Right. No pun intended, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just adding some light humor. Wonderful. Now, another thing is that that's very controversial, especially in this area. We're kind of like not smack dab in the middle, but a few miles away from like the biggest adult film empire that has ever been created on the planet. How would you describe the difference between the films and real life encounters? How would you make that entertaining?
How could I make that entertaining?
Engaging. Yeah.
Engaging. Oh, how would I? There is definitely a difference.
Well, let's start with entertaining, then we'll figure out engaging.
I guess I could just talk about my own personal experiences.
Which would be?
But, people, some women like to talk dirty and some women don't talk at all, and I usually don't say anything when I'm having sex, and I don't even,
what would your personal definition be of talking dirty?
Oh, really, just about anything you say. Fuck me, you know, fuck me, daddy, you know, whatever, you know. I mean, I don't say any of that. I know, you know, some women like that. You know, I had one girlfriend, they call her a bitch all the time and a whore and all that, you know, during sex. Of course, afterwards, they was nice to her, you know, but, you know, but that is a good question.
Right, and I guess, okay, and then I guess the main point, which would be like, how would you explain the difference between professional film and real life encounters?
Well, it depends on the real life encounter, but I guess it depends on your own personal experience. You know, that's a good question. There's definitely a difference. Well, real life encounter, you're not, you know, thinking about what you look like. You know what I mean? You're kind of into yourself more, you know.
Right.
Or worried about what it looks like the whole time, and, you know, acting, exaggerating things, kind of like theater, you know.
Right.
Where they exaggerate, you know. So, you know, yeah, when I'm, you know, when having sex with a woman, I think of, you know, how I feel and how she feels, and that's it. You know, I don't care what it looks like. You know, sometimes you're in a position where you're not moving much. You know, that wouldn't be on a porno film. You know.
Right.
But, you know, you kiss. I don't know if they kiss. I haven't seen a porno thing in a while. I don't know if they kiss at all. Like in real life, they kiss during sex. I
Gotcha.
can. Some, you know. You know, sometimes you ask, you know, hey, do you want to do this? And I don't know if they, in porno films, it seems like they already know what they're doing. They don't sit there and say, hey, you like, you know, there are a lot of differences. I just have to sit there and think about it.
Right. So I mean, I guess the best metaphor I can come up with is like in an adult film, it's like, hey, sir, you dropped your wallet, and then, you know, they just get on in real life.
That's the gift before that, right? Yeah, I mean, you're not. That doesn't happen very often.
No.
Start having sex with. Usually, you're nervous if something like that does happen.
Right. Now, that makes sense. Now, would you be? I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm not sure if the district would approve this, but how comfortable would you feel? I mean, you said you haven't watched a adult film in a while. Would you feel comfortable if we had adult film stars as guest speakers for a day?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay. And,
yeah.
And maybe, I don't, again, they may or may not approve it. I mean, we're all adults here. If they would put, I guess how you're saying theater, put on a theatrical performance for the class.
Actually have sex in front of the class?
Correct.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. But I mean, I'd have to get that approved. I mean, I wouldn't just have them do it without getting something like that approved. I'd probably have to get, probably send notes home to the kid's parents and say, this is what we plan on doing. Is this, you know, I mean, I think the parents should be notified ahead of time or something like that.
Right, of course.
You
and
know?
Would you, let's just say, hypothetically, because between budgets and all this stuff, I have a feeling that will get approved just because we really want to send, you know, the message home to the kids. And obviously, like you were saying, I agree, notes will be sent home to the parents. Would you feel comfortable partaking in the theater?
I would, but I wonder if that would, I don't know how the kids would feel about me afterwards. I mean,
this is just throwing it out there. I think they'd maybe respect you more for not only talking the talk, but as well walking the walk.
I guess I could do that. I mean, I'd worry about catching something. I mean, I guess I could use a condom, but I know they're starting to. I heard, you know, I'm not into the latest stuff. I know the latest stuff is anal stuff all the time, which is ridiculous. You know, most people don't do that all the time. But, yeah, I mean, she's pretty. Maybe I guess I would. You know.
Gotcha.
To be tested, you know, first. You know.
Right now, let's just say, again, hypothetically speaking, Send notes home to the parents. Some parents approve. Obviously, some parents won't. So you may, instead of 30 kids that day, you might have 20, 22, 20, maybe even 15, depending on the parents. You said that you'd be partaking as well. Would you feel comfortable if it was filmed and used for later presentations?
Would I get paid for it?
Well, it would be part of the job. Yes, maybe we can throw a little bone at you as a thank you.
Guess I got approved and all that.
So if it was approved, you'd feel comfortable having sexual intercourse. You were saying possibly anal with an adult film star in front of students on film.
Yeah, I guess I would.
Gotcha.
Yeah, as long as I had notice ahead of time to kind of mentally prepare.
Yeah, and I'm sure with the I don't want to call them stars, but I would say the professional models ahead of time. You'll have a list of names. You can, maybe me and you can get together. You can pick which one you find the most attractive. Watch you on your own time. Watch a few latest and greatest videos. Kind of get in the zone and just make. We could even do something where like you're the teacher. She's late to class, and that's that's how it starts.
She's the teacher. And
No, like you're the teacher, kind of like how we were saying, and like the whole drop your wallet thing. Like she'd be late to class, and you'd be like, oh no, here's what happens when you're late to class, and you just drop your pants and get it on.
Sounds good to me.
Guarantee you that all of the students, neither of them will be late to class again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. So I will. Here's what I'll do for you. I'm gonna. I took a few notes here. You're the last person out of call for the night, and gonna keep this all confidentiality, and I will make sure once they start the interview process. I'm not sure how long that's gonna be. I'll try and pull for you. I know they're trying to pull people in from different schools and different counties and all that stuff, but I'll can't make any promises. But if you're willing to go. To pretty much do anything in the name of education, I'll see what I could do. Again, I can't make any promises, but think there needs to be more sex ed teachers like you that are just willing to pretty much not necessarily even take one for the team, but just to demonstrate in front of an entire class that stuff. That takes courage.
Yeah, I think it does. I think most teachers can go that far.
Right, and it seems like you would, just pretty much do anything for the students, and that's what I like to hear. I'm not sure what my boss would like to hear, but that's just me personally, because I know since we're getting all personal, I had a very bad sexual education class, and I've just been scarred for life because of it, and I've just made it my life's mission to make sex ed more fun and friendly.
Yeah, I think it's important. It's very important. A lot of kids don't even take it.
Right, yeah.
So,
and I think for the students to visually see their teacher having sexual intercourse, possibly with an adult film star, videotaped, and then the students years and years from now will watch that. It'll be kind of almost like a legend.
Yeah, it probably would be.
Yeah, and who knows? It might get picked up by the interwebs, and you might get an adult film thing out of it. Who knows? I don't know how that stuff works, but. All right, man. Well, I took these notes. You have a great weekend, right. And if you, hopefully, we'll get this rolling. If they decide to cancel the program or whatever, that's just going to be a shame. But like I said, when they ask who I'd recommend, you'll definitely be on my list. Whether they'll listen to me or not, can't make any promises, like I said. But that would be that'd be great. And you have a great weekend, and
Okay.
Yeah, God
All
bless.
Right, looking forward to a call. Okay, thanks.
Jesus fucking Christ. God damn it.